We talked to Jared just over there. He was talking about you guys continue to work to get in sync with each other. How do you feel like that's been, man, just since you came back, with your connection with Jared Goff?
I feel like it's been good. Like he said, it's been a good thing. Since I've been back a couple weeks now. We've been getting some extra work in, and we've been working in practice, so everything's been going good for sure.
What's some of the areas you feel like y'all can, get better at or more in sync at specifically?
I'm not sure about that. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
What was your reaction to what happened against the Ravens last week?
The whole game?
Yeah. And your performance
I just feel like we got to get better as a team, It's unacceptable the way we came out and played. We lost by 20 plus. We going into that game as a good team. Now people might have the wrong mindset on us, but who cares? We just looking forward to going out this Monday night, getting a good win, stacking.
And then the reaction that you had to your game, 6 targets, no
my
catches.
game?
Yeah.
I don't know, 6 targets, no catches. I don't know. I was just more focused on the team, how we played, My performance, I don't know. It can get better for sure. Got to get better.
How important is it to keep your head up as you continue to go through these struggles and not get too down?
It's always important, That's the main thing you got to focus on because, you can't let one play define you, one game define you. You just got to keep moving forward. It's not your last game playing. It's not your last down playing. So, you got to just keep looking ahead.
Did you feel like it was hard to get any kind of rhythm in that kind of game?
Nah. Well, yeah, actually. First 3 drives we went out and came out 3-0. 3 and out. So the rhythm with that, I feel like we could have got going a little faster. If we would have got going on one of those drives, maybe the game would have had a different outcome. But I just feel like the offense, we got to get going for sure. First 3 drives.
Do you feel like that can be a reality check for y'all to, keep pushing forward and maybe, hey, we still got holes to work on?
I wouldn't say a reality check, but it's something like we keep noted. It's a big loss, a major loss to us, and we just gonna remember that one for sure because we're gonna use that as motivation. Down the road, like we lost this game like this, so we make those corrections. We had time to make those corrections. We watched the film, we corrected everything. So now it's just time to get on the game plan for the Raiders this week.
Jalen, I'm imagining your offense didn't have too many games like that at Alabama. I guess how have you learned, or what have you learned about the NFL in terms of being able to bounce back after performances like that, and just the ability to have performances like that?
I feel like in the type of situation, that's all that matters is the bounce back. We passed the loss and how we played and how the game went. I feel like it's really nothing we could do about it because it's in the past. We just got to look forward. Like I said, this Monday we got Las Vegas coming up. They trying to come in here, get themselves going while we just trying to get back on track, getting W's. It could be hard for us, but I don't think it would be hard for us to get back on track. I really feel like it didn't knock us off track. It was something like, it stumbles in the road and you got to get past them. So once you get past them, you'll be straight.
What's your thoughts on Monday Night Football, the opportunity to go out there and, show what you do, show what the team does?
I think it's a big stage. It's Monday night. It's not a regular Sunday. You get to play football on Monday. It should be fun. We go out there, we play together. I feel like our guys are real hungry coming off that game last week, so we got a chip on our shoulder. We're going to come out and show something.
You have a favorite Monday Night moment as a kid? I know you're a big Randy Moss guy. Is there any moment you kind of,
I ain't going to lie. As a kid, my little league, we used to play on Monday, so we used to have, Monday night games. My team was, one of the biggest teams in the city, so we used to have Monday night games a lot versus other teams. And that was probably, my favorite memories on Monday night, but NFL-wise, I probably don't have one.
Jared just said that it's a matter of just reps. How much have the veterans helped you keep perspective?
They help me every day. They right by my side every day. In the locker room, we talk every day about the reps and how this went, how this route went. You run a route, you come back and say how that look, how you see that, because they gonna run the same thing and they see the same defense I see when I'm out there running the route. So it's just all about helping. You take something from him, and everything. Just put everything together, and when it come together, it's just gonna look good for sure.
Just wondering, could you get into a rhythm a little bit sooner if you got targeted more, or maybe just had some balls thrown your way a little bit shorter?
I'm not sure. I don't call the plays.
What's your thoughts on Marvin leaving? What impact he have on you?
It's a big impact. He's a big brother to me. He's a big brother to a lot of guys in this building, man. We all gonna keep him in our prayers and hope everything go good for him. But it's just something he had to handle, man. He had to step away and just handle some things.
Do you feel like this offense will highlight the skills that you do bring to the table?
I don't think it's about that. I think it's about just the team just going out and playing good football and getting wins.
Just curious, you're a guy who goes against him a ton in training camp and stuff. Just how you've seen him develop over the last 2 years, and he's doing it at really one of the best in the business right now.
No, yeah, he's he's just developed his technique so much over this time period, and man, I mean, you can just see. I feel like even the development throughout the season this year, he's taken new steps, and he's becoming and honestly become just that tackle that's like that lockdown tackle that we have. So it's he's been balling out. So it's really fun to watch him.
Is that a fun matchup when you see a guy like that against a guy like Max? Is that something that gets you off the bench a little bit to watch?
I'm sure I'll be tuning into it, because I go up against Penne all the time, So it'll be fun to watch another elite guy do it.
You talk a lot about bringing the Lions to this primetime stage. Now you guys got it at home. Just your emotions entering this game, especially as you guys are trying to bounce back from that last one.
Yeah, this game is huge, man. We all know it's critical to win this one, going to the bye week with a win and going to the bye week 6-2. So I think we're all preparing right now, and locked in as much as we've ever been. So, I think the preparation is being done right now, and I think everyone in this locker room is really locked in.
Dan said that Ford Field's been loud regardless, but what are you anticipating for this, Eric saying, Monday night stage, prime time? What are you kind of anticipating the crowd to be like?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we got a lot of expectations for this crowd. I mean, we know it's going to be big. We know, I don't remember the last time Detroit's had a Monday night game, so I know fans will be rowdy and everyone will be really excited.
Have you gotten your hands on one of those bobbleheads, the Aidan Hutchinson bobblehead?
I have. I had my little video of it surfaced yesterday. It's crazy, man. It's a sick bobblehead, though. I love it.
What's been the week like here, just after what happened last week? Dan said it was important, not so much that happened, that you get back to your winning ways. You don't let losses build on each other. Just what's been the mood, the atmosphere has been all this?
Yeah, I think, we all really embrace adversity here. I think it pushes us more than the wins ever do. And I know it's a kind of a tough pill to swallow for Lions fans even. It's a tough pill to swallow for us, but, like it or not, we are growing more than we ever have. And that's why weeks like this are critical in a season when you face adversity, how are you going to respond to it?
There are some teams who can have a game like they did Sunday and it can spiral a little bit, but what gives you the confidence that you're a team that will get back on the right track and get back to those winning ways? Yeah,
I think we respond, man, and that's what we did when we lost to Seattle in a really tough game, and we responded. I believe we played Atlanta the next week, but I think we're ready to go, man, and I think we're all just chomping at the bit to just get back out there.
Aidan, you're associated with two teams in the state of Michigan that are maybe considered villains in different ways. What does that mean to you? What does it mean to play as the hated, as the villain? Does that change anything in your attitude towards the game?
Who's the villain?
Michigan and the Lions, and they're all separate ways. Michigan football.
Okay.
With everything going on. You don't need to comment on that, but what's it mean to be that villain?
I think when you start to rise the ranks, teams, they'll root for you when you're the underdog, but once you get to the top dog, everyone wants to root against you, and that's just the way of life. So it's just how people are. So that's kind of the principle.
I'm assuming there will be a lot of kids out there who decide to go as Aidan Hutchinson for Halloween. Is that surreal? Like, how cool is that to see? It's like a next level of fandom and all that.
Yeah, it's still crazy seeing. When I'm pulling up to the game, all the 97s, even the away games, all the 97s I see, it's very inspirational, and it really drives me to like just give it my all, because I know everyone that's wearing my jersey has come to see me play on that day and is coming to see me ball out. So it's really cool. It's really cool, and I got a lot of pride in it.
Planning on going anything for Halloween? Do you have any costumes?
I got something cooked up. Yeah, I got something cooked up. You'll see. We'll see it on Monday. Yep.
Hey, what do you think
I don't really know, man. They're doing all their investigations, and they're coming at Michigan when Michigan's got a shot to win the national championship this year. So I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. The time will pass, and people will forget about it and move on once we're the champs again.
Do you feel like someone's to get them? I mean, is that part of it?
I mean, probably. Yeah, probably.
What about Connor Skelly's? What's your relationship like?
I didn't have a relationship with him. It's kind of just one of the coaches upstairs that you don't really ever see, So I don't think any of the players really had a relationship with him ever. So yeah.
Do you know when you were playing, how much did you know the other team's signs? I don't know. Was that something that came to you through film study, through scouting reports? Was that part of your?
I mean, there's in college football. People are always stealing signs in college football. So people stole our signs. Other Big Ten schools stole our signs. It's just a thing when you're in college football. So, I mean, not any more than anybody else did, as far as I'm concerned.
If you had to pick one of your Michigan squads to go up against this year's squad, which one do you think would have the best chance?
One of my Michigan squads,
So you were on a few Michigan teams, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm wondering which.
Probably,
this year's team has been.
The only team that won a Big Ten championship, which was 2021.
And how do you think you guys would stack up?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I got a lot of pride in that 2021 team. I think we laid the groundwork for what's going on right now. I don't know. I can't. I'm not about to break the boys apart like that. I don't know.
Hey, I wanted to ask you one about Panay. Obviously, a big matchup with Max this week, but I don't think he's allowed a sack since Chicago last year. I mean, he's been so good. Just what you've seen from his development, and how happy you are to have a guy like that on your right side.
Yeah, he's been an anchor for us, and certainly having him on the right there, anchoring that side as opposite of deck has been awesome. He's done a great job. Keeps getting better. He's one of the most athletic big guys I've ever seen, and he's a hell of a player.
What about the leadership part of it too? You see him breaking down the huddle now, and that's kind of been a process that looks like he's kind of embraced. And
That's who he is. Yeah, that's who he is, and it's awesome. He's embraced that, and him having the C on his chest now this year is well deserved, and he leads us really well.
Does it get you fired up in those moments? Does it resonate with you?
Oh yeah, he does a great job. Yeah.
I'm curious. NFL players, quarterbacks in particular, are creatures of habit, right? The 1 o'clock game is probably a really nice thing to have. It's your third primetime game already. How do you approach, I guess, just a variation in the schedule? What do you need to do to be your best on a Monday night?
Yeah, to be honest, it doesn't change much for me. Really, you get a little extra time to prepare, and you're able to spend a little more time as opposed to the Thursday games. You kind of have to speed things up. So, yeah, this Monday game, you get an extra day, and even throughout that day, getting a little extra prep in and spend a little more time.
What time are you normally in bed, Jared? I mean, is it a late night for you in any way?
A late night is the...
Yeah, when you're finished up a game at 11:30, is that...
No, I'll be okay. No, I don't like getting home at some of these road trips. You get home at 3, 4 in the morning. That's not fun. But yeah, I can do 11:30 or 12. I can do that.
Good to know.
Dan called it a ticking time bomb, and he was talking specifically about the offense. But do you see that with defense too, just in terms of maybe it's a team that's better than its record with the talent they have, and Max Crosby?
They're extremely talented. Obviously, he's the first guy that jumps off for you, and has been a great player in this league for a long time. But I got a lot of respect for Marcus Peters too. I played with him, and he's a hell of a player, as well as Marcus Epps was with Philly last year. We played him. They got a bunch of guys over there that can play, and it'll be a challenge.
How do you bounce back from a game like last season as a player and as a team? Is it as dramatic as maybe the fans and all that are feeling it? Or
never is either way. It's a roller coaster outside of our building at times for every team in the league. It's no different for us, but in here it's pretty steady Eddie, and ready to respond this week.
Did you learn anything from a loss like that though about this team? Did you learn anything about you guys?
Yeah, we will this week. I think that's the main thing. Yeah, we will this week. I think we know what we're made of, but got to respond the right way and play some good ball this week.
A couple weeks of being on the road, how happy are you to get back to Ford Field and
it's nice.
At home environment?
Yeah, it's nice to get in front of the fans. You've had this one circled for a while, the Monday nighter, in front of the home crowd, and should be rocking. It'll be my first home night game. It'll be fun.
With a guy like Crosby, I'm just curious, how important is it to identify him? Is it the first thing you're looking for every snap against a defense like this?
It depends on the play.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's able to wreak havoc in both the run game and the pass game. So yeah, you're just aware of him and making sure you're doing your best to handle him. And he doesn't come off the field much, and is able to wreck a game on his own if you let him. So we have to do our best not to let him.
Jared, what do you think that Gibbs brings to you now? Is it based on the way he played as a receiver and a running back? What he can add to your offense?
Yeah, he can add exactly that. He can catch the ball in the backfield. We can hand it to him. He can do all sorts of things. He'll get another, big workload this week, I would imagine, with David still out, and yeah, it'll be good.
He doesn't seem like a young player either. He seems like he's got some maturity to him. Is that accurate?
Yeah, totally. He's very smart. He's learned things very quickly, and yeah, we're excited to see him continue to grow.
They've allowed the lowest amount of explosive plays in the league. I guess just what do you see that makes them so effective in not getting those chunk plays taken from them?
Yeah, I think they do a good job of rushing. Obviously, like we've talked about Max a few times. Obviously, him rushing the passer as well as a few other guys that can rush the passer, and they're good on the back end too. So they're good at limiting that stuff. It's gonna be our job to try to find them in different ways and see if we can get more than other teams have.
Dan was asked earlier just like his favorite Monday night memory, and he went back. He said it wasn't his favorite, but the first thing that he remembered was a mistake he made like 20 years ago in a game. I'm just curious, like, what is it about competitors that maybe those mistakes, those missteps are the things that stand out maybe more than the wins? They stick with you longer, I guess.
Yeah, typically that's like the perfectionist mindset, is that you just remember the bad stuff and you remember, the things that you didn't do well. And typically competitors, football players, anyone who's pretty good at what they do remembers the bad stuff they've done. I'm sure you guys all have your bad articles and your bad interview questions, maybe, who knows? No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it is a competitor's mindset. I think that's a good way to put it. And yeah, he used to play and understands the game.
Did you have something like that for you?
That I remember poorly?
Yeah, like just something that really sticks with you that maybe it's just a small thing from any game.
From a Monday night game or just any?
Just in general.
Oh man, yeah. I can go for a while now. Yeah, there's a million. I've played a lot of ball, and yeah, I've made a lot of great plays, and typically the ones that sting the most and that you think about the most, keep you up at night the most, are not the good ones. So yeah.
It seemed like Jameson Williams is still trying to find his footing a little bit. After a performance like that, you hit him targeted like 6 times, you didn't have a catch. What do you do with him moving forward? So obviously confidence, not really nothing he lacks, but do you do anything? You talk to him, or just how do you continue trying to?
Yeah, just keep working. Yeah, it's so early in his career and his development. Just keep working with him, building that trust with him, and getting on the same page. He's working his tail off at practice and has done a great job trying to get better every week, and expect to see his development to continue.
Jared, with the kid like J-Mo, with the speed he has, is it something with you as well, where you've almost got to learn to trust yourself to let the ball go further or earlier, just because of his speed is so rare?
Yeah, that was I think early on, trying figuring that out. I think I'm past that now, where I know his speed, and we've got a good rapport in that way. But yeah, it's just getting on the same page with everything, and again, it's just so early in his career and his development that it's just reps. It's just reps and just time, and it's a matter of time before everything starts to click for him and our offense.
Game script really got thrown out of whack last week, obviously, but how important is it to sort of reestablish the run game that was going so good?
Yeah, that'd be important. That'd be nice this week to be able to get that going. Typically, it depends on what type of game it is. It could be that type of game. It could not be. So I'll leave that up to Ben. But yeah, it would be nice to get that going.
You were a Cali kid. Did the Raiders have any mystique in your
childhood?
childhood?
I was a Niner fan, so we didn't like the Raiders growing up. It was Niners, Raiders. I grew up a Niner fan, but I remember the John Gruden years, Rich Gannon, Charles Woodson, all those guys.
Were your friends Raiders fan? I mean, that's Bay Area, right? So
yeah, so I'm from North Bay. East Bay is Oakland, and that would be all the Raiders fans. That's where Marcus Peters is back now as a Raider. He's an East Bay kid, and so he's a Raider guy, but I'm a North Bay guy, and typically like Niners, Giants. East Bay would be A's. Yeah, we all like the Warriors, though, I guess.